There are many similarities and differences between the human arm and the chicken wing. Let's start by taking a look at the bones. Now, before we go into structure, let's stop to look at composition. They both have red marrow to facilitate blood cell production and are formed of compact connective tissue, but the chicken bones are much less dense. Here we see that both the human arm and chicken wing share the humerus, radius, and ulna. The upper arm and forearm form a hinge joint, and the arrangement of the radius and ulna are the same. The radius is on the thumb side, and the ulna is on the pinky side. They both have a clavicle and scapula, which form a ball and socket joint with the humerus. A big difference we see, however, is the structure of the carpal region, the metacarpals, and the phalanges. In the human, the complex joint structure in the wrist allows for many different kinds of movement, while in the chicken, the wrist forms a hinge joint, which only allows for one plane of movement. The human has 5 metacarpals and phalanges, while the chicken only has 1 metacarpal and 3 phalanges, one of which is the allula, a small talon-like thumb. Adding cartilage and ligaments now, there isn't much difference between the two here. You'll notice that there is a lot more cartilage in the human wrist, which helps with all kinds of movement we mentioned earlier. Without it, the bones would grind against each other, and there wouldn't be any cushion to help keep them from breaking when subject to stress. The ligaments can be found at the joints. They hold the bones together and keep them stable during movement. In order to create movement, we'll need muscles and tendons. Tendons are made up of dense fibrous connective tissue and connect muscle to bone. Both the human arm and the chicken wing have tendons that connect the bicep to the radius and the tricep to the ulna. On the biceps are the flexors that work to bend the joint. When you use a flexor, it contracts and pulls on its insertion point, creating a bending movement at the joint, and this creates a first-class lever with the forearm. A first-class lever is where the work and resistance are on opposite sides of the fulcrum. In this case, the bicep provides the work, the forearm is the resistance, and the elbow is the fulcrum. Triceps are extensors that serve the opposite purpose of the flexors. Extensors work to straighten and extend the limb using another first-class lever. So there you have it, the human arm and chicken wing. Wow! Bones, cartilage, ligaments, muscles, tendons, and all. Turns out we aren't really that different from a chicken. Thanks for watching, guys.